Oh, hi. Welcome to bar20arms. It's a cold, rainy winter night. We're just sitting around talking about upcoming events and past gear, all the things that we've done and things we're going to do this year. We've had a very successful deer hunt. We kind of dropped the ball on that. We should have filmed more of the deer hunting. We kind of thought of it at the last moment, the last day pretty much, and,
yeah.
and it turned out to be a lot of fun. It didn't even go as we planned here at bar20. We don't do any script. We just turn the camera on and go for it. So it didn't really go like we planned, but it wasn't too bad, and it was a heck of a lot of fun. So next year we're going to do some more hunting. We're going to do some predator hunting coming up. Hopefully we'll have a little break in the weather, and we're going to get out and try to do some predator calling and we're going to try to film those as well. But we just want to talk a little bit about bar20 and things we're trying to do here.
Well, we want to kind of let everybody know what we're about. You know, who we are, what we are to YouTube, what we are to viewers, what we can offer.
There is a misconception out there. People think that that we're some kind of experts. We're not. We're bottom. You know, we're real relaxed, and we don't. You know, we'll do anything once, sometimes twice. So we're not even professionals. We're not even close. But we just shoot and have a lot of fun, and that's what we do here at bar20. And hopefully you can find it entertaining. We try to make it entertaining. Sometimes it's not, but we try. And
do our best.
We're just a couple of goofballs having fun, and we thought you might laugh at us along the way and have a good time with us. That's what we're all about.
Now, on a side note, even though we're not professionals, we are trained or have plenty of experience, so it's not like we're a dangerous level of unprofessional.
But accidentally discharged guns, and we've done all kinds of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, when I was in the welding trade, they said, you know, somebody's always screwing up, but the more you do, the more you're going to screw up. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
So when you handle guns every day and you're around them all the time, every day, you know, unfortunately, you know, there's going to be things that you're not really proud of. But we just wanted to share that to you. We don't care, you know. We don't care to show that to you. If you laugh with us, that's great. You know, we hope that you do laugh with us and so occasionally laugh at us. We laugh at ourselves sometimes. We look and think, boy, that was dumb.
Yeah.
You know, some of the things that we've done, and we've survived them so far. So, but yeah, I mentioned earlier we had a pretty successful hunting, and hunting is always fun. Sometimes this season started off. It was very windy. And it was cold, but it was extremely windy, and we had a full moon for the first week. And I'm telling you, I sit out there hours and hours, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and didn't see nothing. And it was, I was thinking about giving up hunting altogether because it was agonizing. And then Mother Nature started cooperating. Had some cold front move through, and the full moon passed, and the wind settled down, and boy, then it got good, and we done real well this year.
Interesting enough, we weren't the only ones affected by that. There was a lot of people that didn't see anything. There was people that I work with didn't see a deer, nothing.
Yeah,
they were saying the same thing we were. You know, hey, there ain't nothing out there.
Yeah, that's a fact. As a matter of fact, the local butcher shop, and I don't know how large an area they service, but it's a large area. But they said last year at that one meat packing processing plant that they, well, it's not really a plant, misstated. It's just a mom and pop butcher shop. Yeah, and they said last year they processed 6,000, and this year it was
3,000.
It was yeah, just a little under 3,000. So that's half, and that's the way it goes. Some years, years the deer hunter wins, and some years deer win. And this particular year for us, we done real well, but other hunters didn't shoot nothing all season, and they're pretty bummed out.
Yeah.
But we just had a great time, we're gonna do some more of that filming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
next year we'll do every hunt that we can physically do, as
Yeah.
far as on camera. Just 'cause, like I said, it's so much fun. It makes you feel like the big leagues, even though you're in the little leagues.
Oh yeah, we felt like we were big time out there filming, but we just do stuff like that all the time,
Oh
and it's fun, and I hope y'all enjoy a little bit watching it,
yeah.
and we've had some good comments, and we appreciate that.
Oh yeah. That's I'm glad you brought that up. We really enjoy your feedback. We feed on that, you know, because, you know, if you tell us something, you know, you pat us on the back, that's awesome. We're gonna go with that, and we're gonna continue on. You know, if you say, hey, I want to see this, I want to do this, I mean, that excites us. We're encouraged that. We have so many ideas, we can't even, you know, bring them all together. I mean, we got thousands of videos, you know, in our heads that we're not gonna be able to do all of them. It's gonna be impossible. But, you know, if you think of something, man, it just let us know, and we'll jump right on it. We'll get it put out, because
Absolutely.
it's a lot of fun seeing people enjoy what we do, because we enjoy it, and we're going to do it regardless, whether
Yeah.
the camera's on or not. We're going to do it. So,
And we're not that smart. We think of the dangerous things that comes natural. Blowing stuff up, oh man, that just comes easy, natural. But we can't think of everything. So, but we would love to, you know, if you make a suggestion, we'd love to try it out.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Before we get too far away from hunting, I want to tell you a hunting story about this real cocky hunter that has never fired and missed a deer, and has never fired and wounded a deer, and that cocky hunter's pretty proud of that. Well, this year his luck kind of changed. I was hunting. I've got several different areas to hunt, and I was hunting in a hunting blind, and I'm shooting about anywhere from 25 to 80 yards. And I mean, that cocky hunter, I said, I slipped. But that cocky hunter, he was out there, and he had an old trusty friend that he was hunting with, which is this gun right here, which is an old 303 British. And it's a World War II. It's not that, you know, it's not World War I vintage, but it's a Mark IV 303 British. And I sporterized and put that scope on there years ago, back in the early 80s, and cut the barrel off a little bit, cleaned it up, and it has killed a deer every year, at least one deer, sometimes twice. This is kind of my loaner gun. I've always loaned this gun out, or some inexperienced young hunter, you know, they get this gun, they get to shoot it a few times for season and then take it out. Well, for some reason, and my new 308 that I hunt with is 21-inch bull barrel. That doggone thing is so heavy. I was like, man, I'm tired of lugging that thing around. I didn't realize how heavy it was until I got out there. Got a big coat on. I mean, that cocky hunter. Sorry about that. And so, for some reason, that cocky hunter decided to take this one. Well, I took it out back and put it on the range and shot about 50 yards. And I was shooting a little bit low, an inch low, so I cranked it up just a little bit and good to go. So that cocky hunter, he went out there and got in his hunting blind. And this particular day, well, you could shoot a buck or doe, but it was the last day you could shoot a doe for that particular hunt. So I thought, well, if I'm not going to see a buck today, I need some meat in the freezer. I mean, that cocky hunter said he needed some meat in the freezer, so he said, okay, he's going to shoot a doe. If he don't see, he's going to pick out a big doe and at least put some meat in the freezer. So a herd of deer came by about 4:30, and they were in no particular hurry, and they were out about 60 yards. And that cocky hunter, he watched them, you know, and he observed a big doe out about 80 yards and out in some brush. And that cocky hunter thought that, well, when he steps out, I'm going to shoot him with the old trusty 303. Well, the big doe finally stepped out in the opening, and I pulled up, and the cocky hunter said that he pulled up, put the crosshairs exactly where he always has, and squeezed the trigger. Well, the big doe had a real surprised look on her face. Now, she didn't run off, she just didn't know what that noise was. And the cocky hunter had just about the same expression on his face. He was like, what the heck happened here? There's no deer on the ground. And so the deer proceeded to walk off. And the cocky hunter thought, should I shoot again? What's going on here? It was a real surprise. So the big doe finally walked off, and the cocky hunter thought, nah, that didn't happen. There's blood down there. I know the cocky hunter said he got that deer. So about right at dark, he climbed down and went down there with a light, and no blood. There wasn't even a scuff mark where the deer had shot out of there and took off. Well, so the cocky hunter, he crawled back to the house, called his buddy, and confessed that he had shot and missed a deer clean, apparently, because the deer was kind of surprised, but wasn't scared, and just eventually walked on off down the trail. So we had that season went through, so I went out and shot this gun after that season, and I shot it 100 yards, and it hit about 50 yards in the dirt. So it was shooting very, very low for some reason. I don't know if the scope got knocked off. This is a Swift scope. It's not a real high top quality scope, but it's always worked in the past. I don't know. I haven't even worked on it to see what caused him to miss that deer, but that's kind of a funny story, because I'm telling you, if you've seen that surprise look on that cocky guy's face, it would have really shocked you. But that's just one funny story. Some people I know that I work with, they're always playing jokes on him. One of them, he has a bunch of land, and you know, 20 years ago, hunting was totally different. 20 years ago, and you say 20 years ago, hunting was totally different. We went out, we sat by a tree and froze, and it was just different. We didn't have camouflage. Most of us didn't even wear camouflage. We wore plaid flannel shirts, you know, that kind of blended in, and they worked real well. But now everybody uses cameras, you know, game cameras and deer feeders and all that kind of stuff. Get them out real early and see what kind of deer are moving around. Well, this particular guy, he had a bunch of land. Well, he wasn't going to hunt that year. He's kind of getting burned out on it. Well, he let a friend of his, a real good friend of his, hunt out there. And he said, you know, Bob, he said, take some cameras out there and set them up if you want to. I got a feeder out there. You can just feed them. And so Bob, he took cameras out there. And Bill, he couldn't resist, but he decided his son is going to the college there and is real smart on computers. And he said, hey, is there any way to put an animal on that camera? And his son, of course, said, yeah, you know, that's no problem, Dad. So they snuck out there and they got that SD chip and brought it back and they fixed it up for him. Well, they put the biggest mountain lion you ever seen in your life on there by the pond. Man, old Bob went out there and he checked that camera. He was so excited, he called in. He said, man, I haven't seen any deer, but he said, you got a mountain lion out there. He's like, oh man, we got to get that mountain lion. He said, yeah, that mountain lion's big. That's why you don't have any deer out there. Well, he said, he went back out there and put the SD chip in, and the next week, he asked his son, he said, hey, can you put another animal on there? Oh yeah, sure, Dad, I'd like to. That'd be fun. So they put a big grizzly bear on there. A big old strong grizzly bear. You know, we don't have, ain't no grizzly bears even nowhere near around here. We don't even have a zoo around here. So he put that grizzly bear on there. And the next week he went out and checked his camera. He was so excited, he called him. He said, Bill, man, you got a problem out there. You not only got a big mountain lion, you got a grizzly bear out there. He said, that thing must have escaped somewhere. He said, no wonder you ain't got no deer out there. And he said, well, when you're out there, you better keep your eye out, man. That thing's going to get you. So he was about half scared to go back out there and set his camera, but he did. He went back out there, got the camera set. Well, Bill, he thought he would carry on the joke. So he told his son, he said, hey, can you put a baboon on that? And his son said, heck yeah, that'd be fun. So they put a baboon on that. And so Joe, he went out there, checked his camera, and checked that. He saw that baboon. He said, man, I don't know what the kind of animal this is, but he said, man, you got problems. He said, you got real problems. You got some weird, strange animals. That's why you ain't got no deer out there. Well, they had some big bucks on the pictures, but he said they deleted all them and just put them zoo animals out there. And by this time, Bill couldn't take it. He started snickering, and Joe figured out he was playing a joke on him. Boy, he sure was mad, but they had a big laugh over it, and we're still laughing about it today. But that's just kind of stuff we do and enjoy here in the Ozarks. We're real fortunate to live in this beautiful part of the country, and God's blessed us, and we just enjoy every day, every minute out here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I ain't got nothing to top that.
That's pretty good, as they say around here. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I want to show you my granddad had this gun. Now, unfortunately, my granddad passed on before I came along, so I didn't even get to meet him. But my dad had this and squirrel hunted with it when I was a little kid. And when my dad passed on, I got it. Pleasure of getting it. So, and I just thought we would show this. This is a 1898. There's a date on the side over here, and it says it's a nitro runner on the side. It's 12 gauge, of course, and it was a working gun. Somebody had the butt plate had broke or something, and they put a piece of shoe leather for the butt plate there, and it looks pretty dinged up. They had thumped some squirrels in the head and different things, but that old shotgun is in not too bad a condition. It's a pretty neat old gun.
Yeah.
When I first got it, I kind of buffed it back and sprayed some lacquer on it, or some coating on there to keep it from rusting. But it really doesn't have any pitting or anything on it. It's just a real neat old gun. I keep it for a wall hanger, and it's just a pretty neat old thing. I thought you'd kind of enjoy seeing that. I sure have enjoyed it. And it's got my granddad's initials on it. And it's just a real neat old piece. I thought I'd just share that with you. And we have something else that's going to be in an upcoming video. I hope that thing ain't loaded. You gotta watch me. Well, we got something else you want to show on this. We're gonna have a guest.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, and when he gets the carriage built,
He has made a cannon.
It's a scaled down Civil War cannon.
Let's swing it out.
And just the barrel, the barrel weighs 24 pounds. Now we got to blue it. He sent it down here for us to blue it, so we're gonna throw that in the tank and put some bluing on it.
Yeah, that's really neat. We're really excited about this. You know, anything that goes boom, real loud, real far. That's really exciting. But yeah, we're gonna do some playing with this. Like I said, he's working on a carriage for it. We're gonna mount it. I believe he's even making some cannonballs for it.
Yeah, it's an 1.25 inch diameter, but he's made it all in scale. I can't remember what scale it is, but we'll let you know that. He built this little crate for it to put it in.
So that's going to be neat. We'll roll this out on the bar-20 range and blast it off.
Torch that baby off
and see what we can do.
I can't wait. We might even do it tonight. Huh? Stick some black powder in there.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure we can find a projectile.
But that's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. And we got a lot of ideas for future videos, obviously. One cannon. We're gonna play a lot. We're gonna play a lot with this. This is gonna be a lot of fun. We can't wait until we're ready to torch it off.
Yeah, of course we're gonna let the owner, the builder of this, do the maiden voyage.
Right. Well, we'll stand safely to the rear.
Oh yeah, we'll be back up.
Yeah, we'll probably be
way back up.
Probably.
Way back up.
Once the smoke clears and we see him standing,
we'll move in. Move in. Make sure everything's okay. We'll be the moral support. But, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. And we got we got this new 300 Blackout. We done the hunting video with.
We got to gel test it.
We got to do some gel tests. We want to do some ballistic testing with for this rifle. We want to use the 150 grain full metal jacket because at the end of the day, it's a military type weapon. It's full metal jacket. It's what it should shoot. So we're going to do full metal jacket as a plinker. So most of our shooting with the 300 Blackout will be full metal jacket shooting. But deer season rolls around. It's an awesome deer rifle. It's light, compact, easy. You know, you just can't beat it. Low velocity, low recoil, not a lot of noise. It's going to be really good. As you saw in the last video, very effective on whitetail. Now we use a 165 SBT, Sierra SBT. So we want to do some ballistic gel testing with that. Maybe start at the lowest hand load, work our way up, 2% changes, do ballistic tests on each one to see the expansion of that bullet. You know, because you never know. I mean, it may, you know, we're shooting what 1890 maxed out, but we really don't know. We didn't recover the bullet, so the bullet entered and exit, and we don't have a bullet to, you know, show the expansion. So, what did that bullet do? Did it full mushroom? Did it partial mushroom? Did it, at that velocity, how much energy did it have? We estimated with the ballistic calculator it had 1150 energy.
About like a 44 mag. 44 mag is around 900 with a 240 grain bullet, moving about 1400 feet. That's about 900 foot-pounds. So we're a little bit more than a 44 mag, but I'm telling you, it killed the deer just like a 308. And we were shooting about 30, 40 yards.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, we'll see what the we'll do, and this will be future videos. Maybe we'll do one day of just ballistic gel tests, do expansion tests, see what that bullet does. Maybe maxed out is not the ideal load for that caliber. So we'll do some ballistic gel with that bullet because that's going to be our bullet of choice. Now, if you have an idea for a bullet you would like to see tested, just let us know and we'll test it. But
we did try some and they were too long.
Right. That's a big thing with the 300. You can't use any 308 bullet. You have to be kind of choosy. The length of the bullet, because you're working with a small case. You know, you're cutting.
Now we got that. You got that gun Wednesday, Thursday?
On a Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday. The season opened up on a Monday. We have a special deer hunt. And it's 26.
Christmas hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, special Christmas hunt, 26, 27. And so Monday, he got it. You got it Tuesday, and we brought it out Saturday, got it zeroed in. Monday we shot a deer with it, so that pretty quick. And
these are untested hand loads too. I mean, to be very honest, there's not a lot of manufacturers or powder companies putting out loads.
Well, that's the thing too.
This is a load I got off of a forum, a 300 Blackout forum. I didn't know if it was even gonna function.
Yeah, there was a lot. I was pretty nervous about it, but it worked and it done the job. It done the job. Next year we're gonna have a little better scope on it. Our scope was a little bit sub quality.
Yeah,
we already got we got a Leopold on it now, so everything's good.
That Leopold 4x12 on there, so that'll do very well. It's real quick, crisp, clear.
And next year we're gonna have two instead of one.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna be behind one. So.
But yeah, we'll do some ballistic testing as far as velocities and expansion on that bullet, specifically that bullet, the 165 SBT, just because that's our bullet of choice for that caliber. So we'll do a lot of testing with that.
And there's a big debate about the 6.8 versus the 300 Blackout.
Oh man,
we may even get a 6.8 just to see, but I'm telling you, the fact that you can use the same boat, same upper, same magazine, same same brass. You can take 223 brass and make 300. That is a big deal right there. You don't have to have different magazines. You don't have to have different brass. You know, for hand loaders, you know, brass is a
big deal.
Pretty big deal.
Well, brass. All you need for that caliber is a barrel, and I mean, if you already load 308, all you need is a barrel.
Yeah. Get a set of dies and
get a set of dies, and you're ready to go.
You're going to town, and we found Lee has come online, and you can get Lee dies pretty easy.
Yeah.
I looked up just the other day Midway, and Midway had Lee dies with a 300 Blackout, AAC Blackout.
They're starting to catch up with the market now. It's been out for a year now, and I think they're starting to catch up. But
it's just a really good caliber, far as we can tell. We're going to do like I said, ballistic gel testing, and it's going to warm up here a little bit. We're going to have some warm days, and we'll get out and do some of that, and we'll post that videos.
We'll just revisit the shooting steel videos where we're
Yeah.
doing
Go back.
full metal jackets, and
Yeah.
see a penetration test.
Now, if you were going to shoot long range,
Yeah.
it's not the gun for you. You know, 75 to 100 yards, basically a 30-30. You know, stay in that range. You're going to be fine. But most hunting around here, most hunting here in the Ozarks, a long shot's 60 yards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a long shot. I mean, usually they get in anywhere from 5 to 20 yards. 25 yards is that's about right.
Well, for long range, we can do some testing with the 110 grain. See what it does farther out. It's, you know, a higher velocity, lower energy, but should carry out farther.
That reminds me of another hunting story. You know, Heidi, he's here on the staff, and
Oh yeah.
he's a young fella, a really good guy, but we give him a pretty hard time. It's our job, you know, we're supposed to do that, so we do that, and do it real well. Well, I took him hunting, and we were hunting on this big hill, and it was a really good place, real thick brush, and man, it was raining and cold that day, and I went out about 10 o'clock, and I told him we were going to stick it out till 12, and of course I couldn't do it, so I tried calling him. He's got one of the newfangled iPhones, you know. Of course he wouldn't answer, you know. So I thought, well, I'll walk up there, you know. Got my hunter's orange on, and my hat on, you know, orange hat, and I thought, what could go wrong? You know, I'll just slip up there and see if I can get his attention. I knew exactly where he was at. So I eased up the hill there, and I saw him up there, and he's sitting there, and he's got him a real comfortable little blind sitting there. And so I waved at him, you know, and he looked right at me. He sat up, looked right at me. I said, okay, he saw me. So I'm going to ease up there to the head of the trail, and I figured, well, he'd come over and meet me. Well, I went over there and waited about 15 minutes and no sign of him. I was like, what the heck? So I tried calling him again. Of course, he wouldn't answer, you know. So I figured, heck, he's down asleep by now. So I thought, well, I'll walk over there and get him. So I start walking over there. Now it's raining. The leaves are wet, so you can sneak around pretty good. So I walked right, and I saw him behind this big tree, and I could see him, and he was looking down the hill. And I walked right up on him. And at that point, I never thought about sneaking up on him. That never crossed my mind. I was pretty cold and wet. I just wanted to get his attention and say, "Hey, let's get out of here." So, and at that point, I thought, he don't even hear me, and I'm about 5 feet behind him, and he's looking around. And I first think, okay, now I'm going to scare him, and he's going to shoot me, and that's not going to be fun. So I don't want that to happen, but I do want to scare him. I couldn't help it. So my gun was unloaded. I already unloaded my gun. It was open. I was hunting with a 30-30 Winchester and had it open. So he's sitting there, and I sneak around the tree, and I take my gun and I just tap him on the shoulder real hard. Man, he like climbed that tree. He didn't even know I was back there. Well, I was watching his gun the whole time, so he wouldn't shoot me. And anyway, that spooked him real good. And we had a good laugh over that. So we went back and dried off and laughed about it and had a good time. We didn't get no deer that day, but had some fun.
Yeah.
You got to watch these guys you hunt with, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They get you. My dad and my family, they used to, try to scare me. And one day I thought, I'm going to shoot at them, and that's going to put an end to that. So they snuck up behind me. It was actually my brother-in-law. He was going to scare me. He snuck up behind me, and I knew he was going to do it. And so when he got up there real close, I just pulled up and shot. And man, I'm telling you what, he didn't have to go to the bathroom no more. He already took care of it. I told him I heard something in the brush, you know, and I just thought I'd take a shot at it. They didn't do that no more. They didn't sneak up and scare me no more.
No.
They figured that boy's come of age. He's wise to us. We're going to have to find somebody else to pick on.
Not to mention a loaded gun.
Oh, yeah, a loaded gun, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Anyway, you know, that's kind of hunting stories and hunting trips we have. We just have a lot of fun and enjoy it. And but we got a lot of things to look forward to. A lot of cannon and different things. And, you know, we talked about getting a 6.8 and doing a comparison 300 6.8.
It would be interesting to kind of diffuse, or I don't know. There's a lot of people that say the 6.8 is a lot better than the 300. I mean, I feel like we both disagree. Just because, I mean, a simple change out of 300 from 223 and you're ready to go.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Plus you have a 308. I mean,
Yeah.
308 diameter bullet. That's a lot of lead based on, you know.
Oh yeah.
30 round mag.
Yeah, it is. And you know, we appreciate our subscribers and everyone that views the videos. You know, you don't have to tell us that we're idiots. We know that. We know that. My mama told me that. I already know that. And we don't, you know.
Well, we really appreciate the views, the subscriptions, we'd like to see our subscriptions grow in numbers, and they will, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
There's plenty of people out there that, I mean, if you're watching this, I mean, if you're this far into the video, you gotta somewhat enjoy our video, so.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. If you've endured, you know, along the way,
and we appreciate that because we want to share our
and we don't sit down and try to write a script or anything like that. We just go out and do it. You know, sometimes it's, you know. Well,
actually, we did try to kind of stage some of our videos in the beginning. And they weren't very good. So
the best ones we just go out and do something. And
so that's what we do now. We reach around and turn on the camera and hey, here we are. And
and you know, like I say, you know, man, hey, wake up, Leroy, you ain't never seen nothing like you're fixing to see right here. So you know, you never know, and that's the fun thing about it. We're just doing it for fun.
Right.
We're not. You know, we're not experts or anything by no stretch of the imagination, but and we don't confess to be.
No.
But we just have fun, and we like shooting, and we like doing a little testing along the way. It's just find out what's a myth and what's not a myth. You know, it's a lot of fun, and you know, for argument's sake, you know, and maybe to win a bet or something, do different things. But we just enjoy it. It's fun for us, and maybe it's entertaining for you, and you know, we hope it is.
Yeah.
You know, we try to make it as entertaining as we can.
It's exciting to us when somebody comments and, you know, and says, hey, we enjoyed your video, and it inspires us to you know, not only do better, but to do more. I mean, if we could, we'd be doing videos 3 or 4 a night.
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to show you too. I found a 22 in the woods one time out here, and I want to show that to you. We don't have time tonight, but next video, next time we have a conflab, I want to show you that to you. It's a 22. It's a single shot. Yeah, and I just found it, and you know, who knows what the story is, how it got in the woods, you know, who left it there, what happened to them. You know, it's a gun that was, you know, made in the early 1900s. And it was a well used gun, and you know, we
apparently been in the woods for a while.
Been in the woods for a while because it had pitting, severe pitting, almost all the way through the barrel. But it's a real neat wall hanger, and I'm gonna show that to you next conflab. So a lot of things coming up. Just hang in there and bear with us, you know, and
shoot us your ideas.
Yeah, we need ideas. We're
I mean, we got plenty. I don't know if I've already said this in the conversation, but we got lots of ideas. We're always coming up with something. However, you know, we can do that at any time. We want to hear from you. What you would like to see us do. We're about willing to do anything as far as shooting goes. Legal shooting goes.
Yeah, we'll do anything once, sometimes twice. You got enough gunpowder.
And we're not scared. So.
Fearless, man. You're looking at fearless.
I mean, looking back at our shooting cast iron, I mean, that's probably some of the most dangerous stuff we've done, because cast iron is not a very good target to be shooting at. It's
I had some,
it hit me above the eye and below the eye.
But we looked tough, man. You didn't even know it. You didn't even know it.
Yeah.
We were tough, man. Tough. You gotta be tough.
Yeah. So we're pretty willing to do about anything.
Oh yeah.
Just But yeah,
I thought shooting at that tire. My gosh, I thought that.
Oh,
that
gonna
don't
blow
seem like a good idea. You know, bullet bouncing back, and I thought, well, oh well, got to do it. So we did it, and it turned out to be nothing. So you know, some like that one. You know, we just went out there on a day and said let's just shoot a tire. They're like, what? Yeah, let's shoot a tire. So we did it, and it was entertaining. I mean, it was maybe not have been that entertaining, but it was.
I think that was one of those you almost had to be here.
Yeah.
Just because it was a real big.
If you seen us cowering down, well, no, I mean, if you seen us manly standing there, you would have said, wow.
Well, it was a big build-up, because in the movies and the stories, you hear tires just coming apart and cars going off the side of the road and rolling, and yeah, it was nothing.
It's like, come on.
It was almost not worth putting on the internet.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. We want to stay honest with what we're shooting. We want to, if we do an experiment and it fails, we think it should have went this way, and we talk it up and say that we expect it to do this and it don't. We're still going to show you.
Yeah, that's the thing too. We want it to be for our viewers to be right here. If we screw up,
we want you
to do something stupid. Well, we hope it's on camera so you can laugh at us with us. Laugh with us. And we try to be honest. That's the whole thing. We want to be honest. If what we're anticipating to happen doesn't happen, we're not going to try to cover it up. So, we want to do that. If we're doing a group test and we don't shoot such a good group, we'll let you know. We think it's the shooter that particular day or the actual bullets.
Right. And there's a lot of equations. Going on the group testing. There's a lot of equations in that, and there's a couple of the past videos that we've done that, for example, the MRX bullets. I didn't give those a second try. I mean, I shot 2 groups with them, one on camera that we videoed, and then the second one I didn't because it was exactly the same. And I felt like, or we felt like, there was a poor bullet in that degree, or in that combination. So it wasn't worth really further testing, especially at the price of the bullets.
Yeah.
And that's something we want to say. Everybody says, "Oh, you got to have these. You got to have these. If you're going to be a true blue, you got to buy the MRX. 25 rounds for $40." And so we got them. We tested them. And they didn't do it.
My very first deer that I shot, and I was about 14, I shot it with a single shot Ivory Johnson 410 shotgun with a slug.
Yeah.
And my dad said, "Hey, that gun will kill a deer." And some people told me, "You're wasting your time." But about 25 yards, I shot a buck, killed it.
Yeah.
Dropped it with a 410 slug. So
that's something. I mean, that's something else that we're here for, that we want to do. We do it anyway, but we want to show you.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy expensive MRX bullets. We have, Sierra puts out the SBTs. Really, any SBT that they produce is going to be a good hitter. And we haven't done a review on those, and we haven't. Mainly, we don't want to seem unbiased. We've been shooting Sierra for a long time, or we don't want to seem biased. We've been shooting Sierra for so long. They're so darn accurate. The bullets weigh exactly the same.
And if you live anywhere near Sedalia, Missouri, you should go to their plant, their factory, and tour it. I've been there many times, and man, it is a really neat place. So Sedalia, Missouri, that's where Sierra bullets are made, and recommend going there. Now, all Sierra bullets, I mean, I'm not crazy about all their Sierra bullets, but most of the SBTs, 165, shoot like a dream in my 308. Man, I'm telling you, with some Varget powder.
I shot good in that 300.
Heck, that's a hard load, 45.8 with 165 grain, and like I said, you better have a good gun.
Yeah.
I don't know a wimpy Walmart gun, but I shoot good quality firearms, and most of mine are Mauser, custom Mausers.
Yeah.
And they're capable of shooting a hole in a hole. I don't have a gun that won't shoot a 1/2 inch screw.
Yeah.
But like I said, that load right there, man, CCI primer, 45.8 grains of Varget, 165 grain SBT. Man, I know it's not supposed to be a target bullet, Match King or anything like that, but man,
But
that
it
shoots
is.
good.
It is.
And I cannot make those 175s grain Match Kings shooting at 308 with a 1 10 twist.
No.
They just, I can get maybe a 3/4 inch screw, but I just really struggle with that. Now they shoot good in my 30-06 and other rifles, but not that 308. 168 grain shoots good.
Yeah. Well, it was fascinating to me to see, you know, the Barnes MRX, the high fluting bullet making. You know, they make this 25 bullet count, you know, $44, I think. And then you got the Sierra 165, same grain bullet, 100 count for like $20, $19, $20.
I shot
And you-
last year a coyote at 250 yards, a little over 250 yards, and we're talking, I shot it in the neck. We're talking very small, and I was sitting in a tree stand with a very good rest, and that coyote was out there, and I had a Leopold scope, and I rolled that coyote with my 308 with 165 grain SPT at 250 yards. My guns always sighted in at 250 yards, my 308, and I just held it right on him, and I rolled that coyote, and I was really proud of that shot.
Oh yeah. You know, that's a really fun thing about what we do as far as testing. You know, I mean, we're gonna goof off and blow stuff up. You know, but when we get down and we start doing our ballistic testing and stuff like that, I mean, it's really neat to see who comes out on top. You know, as far as the bullet makers, the manufacturers, and who is, you know, bragging about a lot of nothing.
Oh yeah.
And,
There's people out there that,
and that's what we want to show you.
whether it's
Don't waste your money.
yeah, whether it's cars, motorcycles, fishing poles, bow and arrows, Matthew bows, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't got nothing until you have brand X, you know. It's like, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Really, what's this? You know, here's my 45-pound bow, and here's a deer I killed. Really? You gotta have that $800 to $1,000 bow?
Yeah.
Negatory, big buddy.
Yeah.
You don't, and I enjoy, you know, it's probably bad, wrong of me, but kind of enjoy proving those people wrong. It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
How much money, if you spend $800 for a Matthews bow or something like that, what could you do with that money? I mean, if you bought you a white-tail hunter, you know, one of the cheap ones with a 55-pound draw,
Yeah.
you shoot a deer out there dead with it. And
Oh, it's-
you spend $150 for it.
It's kind of the classic, not necessarily good evil story, but
Oh.
you know the you know, working man, no extra money, you know, that
Poor
uses,
man, I'm hungry.
uses the base model of everything and can actually compete with somebody that spends
Oh, yeah.
thousands in their reloading or their guns or, you know, so that's really fun. Because I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it when I was down.
I bought a bow at a yard sale for $25 and killed a deer with it. And I was proud of it, man. I was like, hey, look at this bow, man.
Well, I got a prime example. When I was down in Texas, I went to the range with a buddy, and we go in there. Of course, I had my custom Mauser 308, and had a really good hole-in-the-hole group or bullet, and a good load. We go up to this range, and this man, you know my rifle. You've probably seen it in the videos. It's a rough-looking 308 with the flashy muzzle brake. But yeah, I come out of the range, and I don't even have a bag for the thing. I just carry it, you know, I carry it up there and got my ammo box, and I carry it up there and kind of lay it on the bench, and it rolls around a little bit, and people look up, you know. This other guy, he comes over, and he's got this big steel case, and man, he's setting it, mind you, a metal case, and he's a wood bench, and he's setting it down like this, you know, very carefully. Don't want to scratch that box, you know. Sets it down. He very carefully unlatches it. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. It was out of control. But he finally gets the thing open so that he can show his love, you know. And it was a beautiful rifle. It really was. It was some sort of Browning A-bolt, you know, laminated. You know, it was pretty. It was a. I'm not knocking Browning by no means, but you know, he was real proud of this rifle. And immediately, you know, he kind of looked around to see who was watching, and you know, and my buddy, he's, oh, look at that. I said, oh, don't worry about that. You know? And he pulls it out and he sets it down, you know, real easy. I said, watch this. You know, I got my load. I already know it's shooting good. You know, old rough Yugoslavian cut down stock. You know, so I put mine up in the rest and jacked the bolt back, put one round in, range clear, we're ready to shoot. And there's probably 5 or 6 other people there. And we go to shooting. So I take my time and I shoot 4 rounds. Got my fouling round, my three group. My buddy says, you hit anything? I said, I don't know. You know, I can't see. You know, I gotta go up there and look, you know. So this old boy, he's bragging already. He's of course got this mega scope on there. I got 4 power, you know, and he's got this big, looks like he can see the surface of the moon with it, you know. And but anyway, he shot his group, and we all go up in a line, you know, up to the range. This is a civilian range, just a regular range, you know. And but we go up, and I kind of look over my shoulder. I'm looking at my target, and I kind of look over my shoulder. This guy, he's already moved 2 people down and bragging about his target. You know, he'd look at this, you know. And my buddy goes, man, that's some good shooting. I thought he was talking about him, you know, I was trying to see what he had, you know. And he goes, no, yours. And I looked down, it was 3 holes in 1 hole. It was 1 whole group, 3 shots. On my fouling round, it was a little bit high, you know, cold barrel. And I instantly, you know, I was proud, you know, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to show him
mess him up
every day. You know, I do that every day.
It's a terrible thing to mess up pride.
So, you know, I tell him about, it's nothing. That's that rifle. That's a good shooter. And that old boy finally made it back to this side, so he come over to show me. I'm holding mine, and he walks on and he goes, oh, you hit it twice. I said, no. I said, that's 1, and that's 3. Oh. And I look over at his like this. And I kid you not, probably a 4, 5, 6 inch group.
Man.
And he had blasted this thing, it looked like a shotgun. And oh, he was so proud of that thing. So my buddy, he starts laughing. And so we go back and to shoot again. This old boy, he's deciding he's going to show his rifle now. You know, we saw the group. We weren't, you know, as proud as he was, you know. So he had to show his rifle off, because clearly his rifle was better than mine, even though mine shot it better.
Oh yeah, that's prettier.
So he brought his over, you know, why don't you hold this thing, you know. And so I held it, and it was pretty, and it was a neat rifle, but I said, you know, I appreciate it, it's nice, you know. And why, made him smile. Didn't care about shooting, he just wanted it to look pretty. But I mean, to me that was a big thing, because I was the underdog. I didn't make no money. I didn't make, you know, I couldn't go out and buy a Browning A-bolt. But, you know, I had this custom, you know, custom Mauser. There was a cut down sporterized, you know. And, you know, beat that Browning A-bolt. You know, he had to put it back up, you know, took him an hour to put it back and sling mine over and throw it in the back of the But, you know, that's, to me, that's very satisfying. To see that the guy that, you know, technique, load, works real hard at practicing and proper shooting skills, can compete with money. You know, people that can't really shoot, but they can go out and buy anything they want to assist them in that. But yeah, I find that just very satisfying. But and that's what we like to do. You know, as far as you know, seeing what we can do with. It's not so much that. You know, obviously we can't just run out and buy anything, but, you know, to an extent we can, you know, save up and get, if we wanted to, but we don't need to. We can shoot whole groups right out here with these custom.
Well, that old M1 Grand, I've shot just open sights. I've shot many a 1/2 inch, 3/4 groups, believe it or not, with a custom load. So, but yeah. Well, we better get on off here, and we'll have another conflab one of these days.
Oh yeah. Well, we missed something. Recap upcoming videos, cannon video, once the cannon's finished by our guest shooter. We'll bring him out, he's going to do some shooting with that, and then we'll shoot 300 blackout videos. We got a bunch of 300 blackout videos this weekend. Let's see, it's Tuesday, so Sunday we're going to do a big shooting day, and I'll be uploading videos then. We're going to do a lot of 300 videos. Don't know exactly what we got planned yet, but we'll have something by then. And then we'll next weekend we'll do something else.
We'll screw up. You know that.
Yeah, yeah.
We do that.
Let's see. Thanks to all the subscribers. I want to make sure and thank all of our viewers. Anybody that views this video, we really appreciate it. Not just this video. This is us just sitting down, kind of introducing ourselves. To be honest, and you know, we want to do this more and kind of tell you what we're about. What upcoming videos? We'll probably do one a month, maybe something like that. Just give you a little more personal touch to who we are here at bar20arms. But also, we want to thank our subscribers. Thank you. We really appreciate you watching our videos and staying in touch with us.
Enduring, yeah.
Enduring. Yeah. And thanks to our viewers, anybody that views our videos. Thanks for comments, feedback, sharing. Feel free to share our videos anywhere you feel like you need to. Facebook. I don't really keep up with the social networking side of things. We do have a Facebook account, but we don't really use it a whole lot as far as just trying to get our name out there, to be honest. But if you want to share our videos on your Facebook, feel free. Ain't gonna hurt our feelings. We want people to see what we're doing and enjoy with us. Thanks. So thanks to all the viewers and everything.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by and enduring us, and you know, we try to make it as entertaining as we can, you know, but we just want to let you know what we're about. You know, we're
and shoot us your ideas.
Yeah,
please. We'll do anything.
Shoot some ideas.
3 or 4 times, but really, we enjoy that. We really feed on that. So we look forward to more viewers giving us more ideas. And we got some really exciting stuff. We're not even going to say it right here, right now, but we got some explosive ideas. we have a really good one in the works.
Yeah, we got some good.
But we're not going to talk about that. You're just going to have to come back and watch. And that's going to be random. I don't know if we'll do that. Probably a couple weeks, maybe. I don't know. But you'll have to just stay tuned. We can't be faulted or
held responsible.
There we go. For anything we say,
we don't.
If it's in this video, it's on us. But
don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home ever. We do some pretty dangerous stuff, and without the proper knowledge on it, it would definitely cause bodily harm / could possibly kill you.
You're either lucky in this life or you're good. If you're good, you don't have to be lucky, but if you're lucky, you don't have to be good. We're lucky.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you plan to reenact / do anything that we've done, please do your research. Do a little Google search on what you're doing, especially when you're shooting unusual targets.
Let us do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah, let us
shoot us the idea.
Let us do the dangerous work.
But like I said, when we get hurt, you're gonna laugh at us, and it's gonna be funny. We're gonna laugh. If he hurts himself, I'm gonna laugh. If I hurt myself, he's gonna laugh. So I mean, that's just the way it goes. But don't be running around blaming us for nothing, all right?
Oh, yeah, we can't help it. We don't know any better.
We don't know any better.
Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll have a conflab soon, and
yes, sir.
thanks for stopping by Bar20arms, and we'll see you next time.